Can you eliminate stress? In short, no. And anybody that tells you otherwise is lying. You can't eliminate stress. Eliminate means to remove completely. Stress is a part of life. The Buddha said, life is suffering. Life is stressful. We have responses in our body, stress responses to different situations, different people in our lives. It can't be eliminated, unless you want to be put in a jar, or if you're dead, and even then, who knows? I don't know if the afterlife is stressful or not. I'd say it's not. But to eliminate stress, no. What, in my humble opinion and experience, is that we need to understand stress. What that actually means. What happens within our body and in our mind. The two are very interlinked. The neurological signals in our brain, how it travels down our nervous system, how our breath affects just about every function in our body, and how our mind is a complete liar a lot of the time, because our mind is there to protect us. The ego. I heard a great description about the ego. It's a false mind-made sense of self. And it's also there to keep us safe. It's like our fear. It's like a CCTV. It's scanning. It's looking. It's trying to keep us safe. Our mind, brain, body, nervous system, everything linked. Everything linked. So, as I always say, in the modern world, that either it's not that modern, or we are still evolving and catching up with, because in this last few decades, like the changes that have happened have been incredible, really incredible, and we're still catching up. Especially technological changes, the advancements in that leave us somewhat distracted, that leave us somewhat out of our bodies and minds, because we're so focused here. Something happens, when we get a notification or an email. I coined the phrase, or used the phrase, screen apnea. It's where there's a physiological change. We stop breathing and we're just focused here. Or saggy mouth. And we stop breathing. Most people do it. It's not a bad thing. Like stress is not a bad thing. What happens is our body is trying to conserve energy. So it starts switching off a bit. So we're not using that. I'm focused here. Don't need to breathe. It tells us, because it's invested in conserving energy. And we have this dysfunctional breath. It can lead to fatigue, lack of focus, concentration. And then we're going into all kinds of extremities if it's chronic. If you're working in an office, or if you're sat in a car, sat down a lot, we're talking about restriction in the diaphragm. We're talking about our lung capacity being tight. So much different things. And then we're going into biochemistry. But let's keep it simple for just now about the stress response. So it's understanding that in our body. What causes stress? So for me, it's changed a lot over the years. It used to be stressful just waking up. I had some really difficult stuff going on in my life, and just to actually open my eyes and have to face that, it was like stressful. And of course I'm worried the night before about having to get up the next day, so I've got this whole mind thing going on that I'm not sleeping well. And hey, I might be getting, or was getting, sometimes 8 to 12 hours sleep, really unhealthy sleep, because I wasn't sleeping properly. I wasn't breathing properly. I had, a form of apnea. Wake up. Got to do this again. Repeat. My mood was so low. My outlook was really negative. PowerPoint presentation on fear and stress and worry, and bum 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 bum, and I've not even put my feet on the floor yet. True story. In times when I was working in certain places, the stress that was other people's difficulties and challenges, whether that was service users I was working with, or even some the employees that I was working with. There's just interactions between people. Can be stressful. I never used to going into shops or big shopping centres, shopping malls or supermarkets. Try to pick the right thing, the right food. It was like, whoa. Just become overwhelmed with choice, overwhelmed with people. It was a lot, and I didn't know how to deal with it, how to cope. I had, I used all kinds of things, alcohol, substances to try and manage, and get through life. Shopping and buying things, or all these things to try and make myself feel better. And I was actually investing in making myself worse. I just couldn't see it. I was blinded to that stuff. I didn't understand it. So it was causing, a bit of both, external, internal. Because stress comes my way, and then it's how I manage it. So in the past, because I didn't have any understanding of how my body worked, of what was going on in my mind, and all this negative stories and fears and worries, blah, 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 that when something came my way stressful, then I wasn't able to deal with it properly. It just wasn't. And it exacerbated, and it pushed down, and I got unhealthy, and I got more unwell. My mental state deteriorated. Physically, my body was going through I went through all kinds of different changes, being as high as 16 stone, as low as 8 stone. I've had skin conditions, I've had bloating, back pain, elbow pain, joint pain, neck pain. There was a lot of different things over the years that was going on. Even bits of BO. I never used to have BO, body odor, and then because I was keeping so much stress in, I started to get like what's that smell? And that was the beginning. It was like I was getting the signal. Can you hear me now? Are you listening? It went from body odor to joint pain to back pain to bloating to skin conditions. And I had no idea what was happening. I thought I was quite healthy. In many ways it was, but my life was so busy that I didn't have that ability or understanding to down-regulate. I just didn't. I didn't get how my body functioned. I was doing some meditation. That was nice. But my body, the mechanics of my body was adjusting to my environment. And because I was always stuck in that fight, flight, freeze response, of the nervous system, the sympathetic part of the nervous system, that's all it knew. It didn't know rest. It didn't know how to de-stress properly. De-stress before going to bed, getting a decent sleep, a healthy sleep, which I get now. Get good sleep. Not always, but more so than not. I wake up more refreshed. I can tap in and get a bit more energized, rather than this whole just the weight that I was carrying. So it was really important for me to understand my own body and what was causing a lot of my stresses. Perception was a huge part, how I was seeing the world, how I was seeing things, how it was going into my body. I've had to learn that. I've been into meditation, I've been into emotional regulation for over 10 years, way over, 13 years I've been involved in looking at my body, my mind, taking stock, taking inventory, recovering in so many different ways, of mind, body, spirit. I'm a huge believer in that, doing things that's good for me, that energize me, that can relax me, that's good for my spirit, that's wholesome. I need that in my life, rather than this constant And yeah, life can still be stressful. Life still can be difficult. I'm a married man. I've got two stepsons. I've got my own business that I run. I do other work, and I'm living in a new country, and financial situation. There's so many different things that can cause stress in my life, but they're external. They're out here, but it's how it's landed in here. In the past, can't deal with this stuff. This is too much. I need to run, or I need to self-sabotage, or I need to sabotage you. Whatever. Just really negative patterns that kept it continuing in my life, affecting me in all kinds of ways, and other people. This is not just about me. It affected a lot of other people too. So stress needed to be reframed. My understanding of stress and what that actually meant to me. Because it's a word that gets thrown about, isn't it? Stress and anxiety, stress and anxiety. And it's also, if you go to a GP or psychiatrist, or you get diagnosed, medicated. And I've said it time and time again, and I'll say it again. That most psychology, the mentalness, is misunderstood physiology. Yes, both go hand in hand. The body mind works together, but I've sought out help. I've seen professional help from doctors, psychiatrists, counselors, etc. And yes, they have their place, but with psychiatry, they're mostly focused on here, the mind. This is where the liar lives, this fear center in the amygdala. Tells stories, creates situations, scenarios, just throws them up. Now, if I go to a psychiatrist and go blah, then I could be listened to, treated with compassion and respect. I could also be diagnosed with something that I don't actually have. And that's what happened to me. I'm diagnosed with a number of different things that I didn't actually have. I had them in this textbook. The Psychiatry 101 textbook. This exists, but the physiology textbook wasn't being looked at. But when I looked at that, when I took responsibility for my own life, I didn't give it to somebody else to go, right, okay, you put a car in to be looked at. Although I did seek professional help in the sense of to understand how I could understand my body. I'm not that ignorant that I think I know everything. I've been that person. But to actually go somewhere, speak with people, learn from them about me and about my body. But the places I went before that weren't. That's not what was happening. So I've completely reframed what stress means to me and how I can manage it. And as some of you will know who've been watching me for a while, just the name up there, says a lot. My ability to breathe better, and learn about that, learn about the functionality of my body was an incredibly transformational and powerful tool, one that I've been involved with a good number of years now, and I support other people. Again, call to action, if you do want to chat, just click that link below. Wherever you're watching this, the direct message, all that stuff, you'll find me. If you want what I have to offer, the help that I've got, then you'll find me. But I had to be helped. That's the thing. And I love that. I love that I'm not just a textbook guy. I'm not just a guy that's studied somewhere, learned about it, and now teach others, which is great. I'm the guy that went to hell and back and learned a lot of stuff over a lot of years, and so that I could help me, not you, to help me. And it's just by some, not miracle. Well, miracle. Yeah, let's go with miracle. That I now help other people. and I'm good at what I do, because I've got that. I can identify, I can understand, I've been, as I said, to hell and back. So it's an absolute gift. It's a joy to be able to reframe stress, look at it differently, anxiety, panic attacks, all that stuff, the physiological symptoms that were occurring in my body, and understand why. I saw all kinds of help. I should make a list because there's no way I remember them all. I've been to Chinese herbalists, nutritionists, PTs. As I said, there's so many. I've tried different modalities of changing diets, vitamin regimes, fasting. Now, and I'm not saying any of these are not a good thing, but if I wasn't looking at how I was functioning, my body, what are you doing, Paul? So I've had to reframe and rechange a lot of things. And as you can see, I get passionate, I get fired up about it. I'm like this when I work with people. I listen, I've got, trained ears, a caring heart, and support people. Check out my testimonials. I've got other pages, you'll find them, social media pages. Check out my testimonials and what it is I do. And let's have a conversation. If you want help, you're looking for help, you've tried many different things and it's not working, then let's try this. It's like kind of the last chance saloon. But hopefully it's not. Hopefully some of these videos that I make, will inspire, encourage you to make that call, to get in touch, and let's see what we can do. Let's see what your problem is, or what you think it might be, and look at some solutions and practical actions so that we can reframe stress, anxiety, panic, whatever it might be, and recreate a life for you, starting from the inside out. Because this is it. We've got one vessel. There's many things going on in here, and this is the key, a key, not the key, but it's a key to transformation. And I speak from personal experience. So yeah, that's today's wee video on stress and reframing it. Get in touch, or just hang around, watch the videos. There's loads of free stuff. Try and give away as much as I can to support as many people as I can. It's kind of like my mission and purpose, and I absolutely love it and enjoy it. And it's not stressful. I'll finish with this. See, doing this to begin with, like, it was great. Talking about stress was creating stress. Talking about how to breathe better was actually causing some dysfunctional breathing. So it's I'm always learning. It's beautiful. I love it. So thank you for helping me, because as I say as well, I work on myself to help people, and I help people to work on myself. So yeah, have a great day. Breathe better, be better, and look out for the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day. Thank you.